Today on the Cardinal Sports Network, we bring you boys varsity lacrosse as your Lawrence Cardinals will be taking on the West Windsor-Plainsboro North Northern Knights. Starting in goal for the Cardinals will be Kyle Pacholski, and lining up at center for the faceoff is Matthew Procaccini. There's the faceoff, and it's going to be the Knights coming away with the ball. Cardinals there to challenge immediately. Knights will drop it back. Nice goalie coming forward with it. He'll pass that one over to center. Knights pass forward. They'll recover the loose ball. Shot on goal. No problem at all for Pacholski. Pacholski launches it down the middle of the field. That one's going to be scooped up by McNamara. McNamara runs it over towards the far side of the field. That's knocked free, and the Knights will take the ball away. Knights launch it up the middle. Loose ball on the field. And that one is scooped up by McGann. McGann plays it over towards the center. Cardinals send it further forward. Caruso with the ball. They'll pass it to over to Gonzalez, and now to Nab. Nab runs that one over towards the far side and cuts in, but that one's going to be knocked free. Loose ball on the field. And it's going to be the Knights who scoop it up. Knights advancing on the far sideline. Now they'll pass it over towards the center. Pass up the middle. Shot on goal. And that was just a little wide. Goes out of bounds. That'll turn the ball over to the Cardinals. Cardinals put the ball back into play and immediately send it forward on the far side of the field. Over takes it up the far side. Now he'll cut in towards the center. Shot on goal. And that was deflected. McNamara puts the ball back into play for the Cardinals. He'll drop that one back to over. Over taking his time with it. Waiting for a challenge. And not getting one. So now over passes that one to Edwards. Edwards passes to Gonzalez, and Gonzalez tries to break through. He'll lose the stick and the ball. It's picked up by the Knights. And we're going to have a timeout called. So we'll take a quick break and be right back with more boys lacrosse action.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Now we got both teams back on the field. It's going to be the Knights with the ball back by their own goal. Just waiting for the signal from the referee. There it is. Knights will play the ball forward on the near side of the field. Now running down the near side. Referee says that might have been a little bit much. It's going to be Knights' ball. Knights put the ball back into play. Shot from way outside. That one is going to be blocked by Pacholski. Forward pass by Claffey. That gets all the way down to the Knights goalie. Knights send the ball up to midfield. Now pass over towards the goal. That one does not connect. Loose ball on the field. And it's scooped up by the Cardinals. Cardinals launch that one way down the field. Loose ball once more, and this time Caruso gets a hold of it. Caruso mows down a defender, gets past another one. That pass, however, is blocked. Ball's recovered by Over. Over sends it around behind the net to Cahill. Cahill runs it back out front. He'll pass that one over. Well, it got away. And Nab comes up with it. Nab gets through two defenders. He's heading back over towards the goal. Pass to Over. Over passes it to Procaccini. Procaccini to Cahill. Cahill with a shot on goal, and that one's blocked by the Knights goalie. Cardinals put the ball back into play. McNamara brings it out from behind the net. McNamara's shot on goal off the crossbar. It's going to be Cardinals ball. Procaccini fetches the ball, and he'll put it back into play for the Cardinals. He'll pass that one over to Cahill. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Nab, not Cahill. Nab gets the pass off. Cahill fires a shot. That's off the side of the goal, and the ball is recovered by Knights goalie. Now Knights moving it over towards the far side of the field. Cardinals there to knock it free. It's recovered by the Knights, and Knights will launch it forward to no avail as Caruso's right there to put it back into play. Shot on goal by McNamara. That one's off the side of the net. Knights get the ball. Now Knights bring the ball up in the middle of the field. Heading over towards the far side of the field. The ball gets away and bounces out of bounds. It'll be Cardinals ball. Again, puts the ball in play for the Cardinals. He'll send it forward. Now Over running up the middle with it. He'll pass it forward. And another stop by the Knights goalie as Nab tried to fire one in there. Cardinals have been controlling the ball, but the goalie for the Knights has been doing a very good job keeping the net free of Cardinal goals. Knights play the ball over towards the near side of the field. That one gets away, and McFarland sends it forward. Now McGann out front. He'll pop that one up in the air, and Cahill gets it. Cahill back behind the net with the ball. Slips past one defender, pass out front. And another shot by Nab does not make it in. Nab puts the ball back into play for the Cardinals. Can't get the shot off. There it is. And it's a goal. First goal of the game as Alex Knabb finds the back of the net to give the Cardinals a 1-0 lead.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Ryan Edwards at center for the faceoff. And the Knights kick it forward, but it's going to be scooped up. Referee calls that play to a stop. It's going to be Knights ball. Substitutions for both teams. You see Nico Capone coming in for the Cardinals, number 15. Now, Knights moving the ball back over towards the center. That gets away. And it knocked back behind the net. Scooped up by Gonzalez. And it gets away. And it's going to be Knights ball. Knights put the ball back into play, sending it over to the near corner. Rolls back across into view, and it's going to be scooped up by Gonzalez once more. Gonzalez running down the near side of the field with it. Gonzalez with a shot on goal. Loose ball in front of the goal, but finally scooped up by the Knights goalie. He'll send that over towards the far side of the field. And now it's the Knights working the far sideline to advance it towards the Cardinals goal. That pass is picked off by Claffey. Claffey crosses it to McFarland. McFarland fires it forward. Now Cahill behind the net with it. Cahill sends it out front, but the pass does not connect. Loose ball rolling toward the sideline. That's going to roll out of bounds. I believe that's going to be a Knights ball. No, it's Cardinals ball. McNamara puts it into play for the Cardinals. Now, Cardinals bringing the ball back towards the Knights goal. Over gets past a couple defenders. He'll pass that one forward to Cahill. Cahill moves it over to the corner where Knabb is waiting. Knabb trying to draw the defenders out of position. Knabb comes, circles around the goal and back again. Shot on goal goes wide. That one heads out of bounds. It'll be Knights ball. Knights put the ball back into play. They'll send it up the middle. Now running it over towards the near sideline and running up the side of the field. Knights cross does not find its mark, and ball picked up by Claffey, who fires it forward. Now Caruso on the move with it. Ball gets knocked free. Feynman was quick to get there. Now Feynman puts the ball back into play. Feynman passes to Gonzalez. Gonzalez crosses to Over. Over's going to play it over to McNamara. McNamara spins, tries to break through. Ball's knocked free, but he recovers it. It's knocked free again. This time it's going to be the Knights who come up with the ball. Knights moving up the near sideline with it. Ball's knocked free, and McFarland comes away with it. McFarland passes that one to Gonzalez. Gonzalez to over, but that one gets away.
Get it out of there.
And the Knights come up with it.
Shoot it.
Ball's fired down the field, but the buzzer sounds and the ball goes off into the distance as we've completed the first quarter of play. Your Lawrence Cardinals leading with a score of 1-0 over the West Windsor-Plainsboro North Northern Knights.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Jack, we need one, baby.
Edwards at center for the faceoff as we get ready to start the second quarter.
Jack, let's go.
And it's going to be the Knights coming up with the ball. They'll move it over to the far side of the field. Working the far sideline. Knights advance. Ball taken away, however. I believe that was Caruso with the stop.
Go get him.
Now McGann fires it forward, and Claffey takes off with it. Claffey will send it forward to Gonzalez. Gonzalez passes it behind the net to Cahill. Cahill's been showing us some fancy footwork this season. Quite adept at outmaneuvering the defense. And it's a goal by Alex Knabb to give the Cardinals a 2-0 lead.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Procaccini out at center for the faceoff. By the way, that goal for Knabb was his second goal of the game. Scramble for possession there. Finally, Knights come up with the ball. Knights' pass is deflected by the Cardinals, but Knights recover. Now, ball's knocked free, but rolls out of bounds. It's going to be Cardinals' ball. Big pass by McGann. He finds Edwards. Now, pass to over. Sorry, that was Gonzalez. Shot on goal, that's going to go over the end line. It's Cardinals' ball. Cahill set to put it back into play. Cahill runs it out. Now he'll pass. Shot on goal there. Good block by Knights goalie to stop that one from going in. Knights put the ball back into play, and they'll try to maneuver it up the far sideline. That's a Cardinal opposition to that move. They'll drop it back, and the goalie fires it forward. Now, Knights on the move on the far sideline. They'll drop it back once more. Recover the loose ball. Across to center. And right back again. And back to center. Now Knights on the move. Cardinals right there to challenge. That pass is picked off by Claffey, and Claffey's going to run it up the middle. Pass to Cahill. Cahill's pass is picked off by the Knights. Knights' pass is bouncing over towards the sideline. Kept in bounds. And finally, that's whistled to a stop by the referee. It's going to be a timeout called. So we'll take another break and be right back with more boys varsity lacrosse action.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Now with the teams returning to the field, it's going to be the Knights with the ball to resume play. And the Knights put the ball back into play. Working the far side of the field right now. There's a pass back behind the net. Move it out forward, and that one gets away. Rolling down the field, it's probably going to go across the sideline. Yes, that's out of bounds now. By the way, the pink line is the sideline we're looking at for out of bounds. This field used for several different sports. It's going to be the Knights' ball to get the action going again. Knights will drop it back. Move the action over to the far side of the field. Can't quite keep that one in bounds, however, and that'll turn the ball over to the Cardinals. Now, Cardinals put the ball back into play. Pass to center, and Clappy will run it forward. Clappy with a big cross to the far side of the field. Now Over trying to get through. He's repelled by the defense. He'll pass that one over to McNamara. McNamara jogs it around behind the net. McNamara drives back out front. And shot by Nab is rejected. Over picks it up. He'll pass it to Nab once more. Nab fires another one in there. And that one goes over the end line. I believe it's going to be Cardinals' ball. Cardinals put the ball back into play. Cahill brings it out. Pass out front. Shot on goal. Goes out of bounds. Once again, it'll be Cardinals' ball. Cahill puts it back into play. And it's going to be a timeout called. So we'll take another break and be right back with more boys varsity lacrosse action.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
We've got a light drizzle starting to fall here at the Cardinal Stadium. Both teams back out on the field. It's going to be the Cardinals' ball to get action going again. Gonzalez will put the ball into play for the Cardinals. That's going to be knocked away. And it's going to be turned over to the Knights. Now, Knights put the ball into play. They'll pass it to the goalie. Goalie looking for someone to pass to. And he'll find someone about midfield. Knights pass it forward. Shot on goal. That one is blocked by Pacholski. Scramble for possession over there in the corner. And it's going to be the Knights coming up with it.
Get open! Look at him! Get it to him! Give it to him!
Knights once more trying to get in towards the goal. They'll take it around behind the goal. They'll pass back out front. And that's knocked free. Grabbed by Pacholski. Pacholski sends it forward to McFarland. McFarland sends it even further forward, and now Nab giving chase, trying to keep that one in bounds. Referee says that's going to be Knights ball. Knights pass it to the goalie. Goalie launches it up the middle of the field. It heads over towards the near sideline. Knights advancing on the near sideline. That ball's knocked free, however. Caruso knocked it free, and now it's sent forward for the Cardinals as McGann runs it up the middle. He'll pass it. And shot by McNamara puts that one in the back of the net to give the Cardinals a 3-0 lead over the Knights.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Now Procaccini out at center for the faceoff. And a violation there. Going to turn the ball over to the Knights. Knights put the ball into play. They'll move down towards the Cardinals' goal.
Get open, get your stick on.
Knights cross it. That cross is going to go out of bounds. Last touch by the Cardinals, though, so it's still Knights ball.
Let's go.
Knights back in action. They'll move it across the field. Back again. And behind the net. Pass out front. Here's a drive towards the goal. They're going to run around behind the goal. And that was going to be taken away by McGann. McGann sends it up the field. Gonzalez on the move with it.
Good job.
Gonzalez to Nab. Nab puts it in for the fourth goal of the game. I believe that's the third goal for Nab today, giving him a hat trick.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Edwards out at center for the faceoff this time. Loose ball on the field. Neither team able to get it yet. Finally, that one's scooped up by Caruso. Caruso drops it all the way back to Pachalski. And Pachalski fires it right back up to Caruso. Now Caruso running it up the far sideline. He'll check up. Rain getting a little harder. Caruso passes it to Over. Over sandwiched by two defenders, but hangs on to it. Now that's knocked free. Kept in bounds. Nab picks it up. And McNamara now with the ball. McNamara passes that one to Cahill. Cahill crosses that one. Nab on the far side with it. Nab taking his time, and so far no one challenging him. Now Nab on the move. Shot on goal. And Nab puts it in again for his fourth goal of the game to make it a 5-0 lead in favor of the Cardinals.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
2 minutes and 15 seconds left in this first half. Procaccini out there for the face-off, and it's going to be the Knights coming away with the ball. That pass picked off by Caruso. Caruso passes it to Cahill. Cahill runs it behind the net. Now back out front. Nab with a shot, but it's deflected by the Knights goalie. Cardinals ball. Cahill brings it back into play. Rain getting harder right now, as you can see on your screens. Shot by Procaccini, and Procaccini puts one into the net to give the Cardinals 7-0 lead.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
A minute 41 left in this first half, and Edwards out at center for the faceoff. Ball headed out of bounds. Cardinal ball. McFarland puts it into play. Pass up the middle. And now Gonzalez on the run with it. That's going to be knocked free. And scooped up by the Knights goalie. Goalie will launch that one over towards the far sideline. That bounces out of bounds. It'll turn the ball right back over to the Cardinals. Cardinals put the ball back into play. Pass to Nab. Nab to McNamara. McNamara runs it around behind the net. Now he'll run it back out front. And pass to Over. Over fires it in there. That's blocked. But the putback is good as Jackson Caruso gets his first goal of the game to give the Cardinals 7 points on the board compared to the 0 currently held by West Windsor-Plainsboro North Knights.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Procaccini at center for the faceoff. That's going to be whistled to a stop. And it's Cardinals ball. Procaccini moves it forward. Now forward pass. And Nab will drop back with it. Nab to Over. Over Procaccini, who sends it to Cahill. Cahill runs it around behind the net. Pass. That shot on goal is rejected. And there's the buzzer for the end of the first half. So the teams will head to the sidelines, the soggy sidelines, with the Cardinals leading 7-0 over the West Windsor-Plainsboro Northern Knights. Stay tuned for second half action.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
For those of you just tuning in, it's been all Cardinals all the time here on this one. Cardinals leading 7-0. Edwards with the faceoff, but it's going to be the Northern Knights coming away with the ball. Knights drop back a little bit into the clutches of the Cardinals. And that one's going to be knocked away by Nab. I believe that'll be Cardinal ball. Nab puts the ball back into play. He'll drop that one back. Over looking for a way through. He'll make a forward pass as the rain begins to fall even harder here at the Cardinal Stadium. It's a real soaker out there right now. Ball taken away, but the referee calls that one back. And it's going to be McNamara to put the ball back into play when he's given the go-ahead from the referee. And now McNamara puts ball in motion. thought about a shot. He'll drop back instead and pass it over to Edwards. Edwards' pass does not find the receiver, bounces out of bounds, and that will turn the ball over to the Knights. Knights put the ball back into play. Move it over to center. Now running it over towards the near side of the field. Knights will advance it near the sideline. Pass alongside the goal is picked off by the Cardinals. Ball's knocked loose from the goalie, but I don't think that's proved. So Pachalski will have the ball to resume play. Pachalski walking it forward a bit, unchallenged. Now he'll pass that one over to Claffey. Claffey gets past a couple of Knights. They'll send the ball to Gonzalez on the far side of the field. Now Gonzalez cutting back. That's going to be knocked free. Loose ball on the field. Still loose on the field. That one goes out of bounds. It should be Cardinals ball. Now Cardinals in motion with the ball. They'll pass it forward and back behind the net. Cahill passes it out to McNamara. McNamara's shot is blocked. Knights move it over to the goalie and back out to the far side again. Now angling in towards center. They'll pass it forward. That pass gets away. Going to be scooped up by McGann. McGann passes and then heads over to the sidelines. There's the go-ahead from the referee. And the Knights pass it off to the goalie. Goalie sends it over towards the sideline. Now Knights on the far side advancing. And there's a yellow flag on the field. That may be a call against the Cardinals. Referee having a consultation over at the scorer's table. Well, that situation seems to be resolved as we've got the laundry off the field. And it's going to be the Knights with the ball over in the far corner of the field. Knights drop the ball back. Now move it over to center field. Cardinals repel that first drive. Knights will pass it off to the far side of the field.
Go around it.
Come on, Jack!
Now pass down the sideline. And the Knights will run it over towards center. Loose ball on the field. That's going to be scooped up by Gonzalez. And Gonzalez takes it right up the middle. He'll pass that one forward. Okay, he'll try to pass it to Nab. That did not connect. He's going to roll out of bounds, turning the ball over to the Knights. Knights drop it back to the goalie, who will pass it forward. And Cardinals right there to break up that pass, but it's recovered by the Knights. Another missed pass there by the Knights. This time the Cardinals come away with it. Again to Nab. Nab passes it. I believe that's McNamara. McNamara with a drive forward. Now he'll slow things down a little bit. McNamara tries to break through, and he gets the shot off for another goal. That's the second goal of the game for McNamara. Gives the Cardinals an 8-0 lead.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Procaccini back out at center for the faceoff. And the Knights will get the ball. Knights running it towards the Lawrence goal. That pass goes out in front of the goal and is snapped up by Pachalski, who launches it up the middle of the field. Knights grab the ball, however. Now loose ball on the field. And Cardinals take over possession. Cardinals send it up the near side of the field. But that one's going to bounce out of bounds. Knights ball. Knights put the ball back into play. And they'll move it up the far sideline. Now pass up the far sideline. That one gets away. It's going to be scooped up by Claffey. Claffey runs it down into the corner to get away from the defenders, or offenders, I should say. Now Claffey moving it up the near sideline. We'll cross it to center. And Cardinals continue their drive towards the goal. That ball gets away. That's going to be scooped up by Nab. Nab with a shot. That one's a little high. Cardinals ball. And Cardinals put the ball back into play as Cahill comes around behind the net with it. Cahill fires it out front. That ball is picked off by the Knights. Knights pass it around behind the goal. Goalie sends it forward. And now it's the Knights on the move up the near side of the field. Pass to center, gets away, and it's going to be picked off by McFarland. McFarland fires it forward. That was going to bounce out of bounds. It's going to be Knights with the ball. Now Knights put the ball back into play. Knights will move it over towards the far side of the field. Now advancing on the far sideline. The ball is knocked loose, and Hover grabs it, fires it forward. Cahill comes up with it. He'll pass it over to center. Shot by Nab is stopped, but the follow-up by Gonzalez is good for another Cardinal goal. Cardinals extend their lead to 9 points over the West Windsor-Plainsboro North Northern Knights.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
4 minutes and 10 seconds left in this third period. Out at center, it'll be Edwards this time for the faceoff. Knights come away with the ball. Knights now moving it up the near side of the field. Now across it to center. Shot on goal, and it's the first goal of the game for the Northern Knights. Knights shot from way outside, gets past Pacholski to make it a 9-1 game. Cardinals still leading.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Face-off time once more. And the Knights come up with the ball. Knights go down and turn the ball over. However, a referee calls foul on that one. It'll be Knights ball. Substitutions for both teams. Now one of the Knights comes over to take possession. And the Knights advance the ball on the near side of the field. They'll send it over towards the corner. Pass behind the net. Back into the corner. And they'll send it out, trying to work the perimeter. Back into the corner it goes. And around behind the net again. Now we're to the far side of the field. Pass inside, gets away. And it's going to be loose ball behind the net, picked up by Claffey. Claffey passes to McFarland, and McFarland's going to run it forward for a while. Now about midfield, looking for someone to pass to. He'll shake one defender. McFarland goes to the ground, but passes to Caruso. Caruso sends it forward, and it's going to be Gabe McNamara putting it into the back of the net for his third goal of the game as he earns his hat trick.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
2:21 left in this third period. Cardinals leading 10-1. And it's the Knights with the ball. Knights advancing it on the near side of the field. Here's a cross to the far side of the field. That pass does not connect. However, it's recovered. Shot on goal high and out of bounds. It's going to be Cardinals ball. Cardinals play the ball forward on the near side of the field. McGann will run it forward. Quick pass to Nab. Nab moves it over to center, and Gonzalez will bring it forward. Runs into heavy resistance. He'll play it back to Nab. Ball's knocked free. Nab able to recover it. Nab plays that one forward to McNamara, and McNamara sends it around behind the net to Cahill. Cahill sends it out front. McNamara couldn't get the shot off. In fact, that ball's picked off by the Knights. Knights will play it back to the goalie. And now send it forward on the far side of the field. Long pass up to the middle, but that one's right to the Cardinals. Now Caruso brings it forward up the middle. Pass forward and shot on goal by Cahill as Cahill gets his first goal of the game to give the Cardinals an 11-1 lead.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Procaccini at center for the faceoff. With 57 seconds left in this third period. And looks like Cassoni came up with the ball on the far side of the field. Knights take that one away. Now they'll play it over to the far side of the field. Knights back it up a little bit. Now they'll move it down the sideline. Drop it back once more. Pass over to center. Shot on goal. That one does not connect. Knights ball. Knights bring it out from behind the net. That pass does not find its mark. It's headed for the sideline, but the buzzer is going to sound for the end of the third period before the ball even reaches the sideline. So we'll go into the break with an 11-1 lead for the Cardinals and return with the fourth and final quarter of this game.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Well, the rains have returned to Cardinal Stadium. We had a brief downpour and now just a little bit of a sprinkle. And Edwards will put the ball in play for the Cardinals. Edwards running up the middle with it, snakes past a few defenders. Shot on goal, oh, just misses. Ball bounces out of bounds as the Knights goalie dove for it. It'll be Cardinals ball. McNamara puts the ball into play. He'll run it around front. Quickly triple teamed and the ball knocked free. Still a loose ball on the field, but it's picked up by the Knights. And now the Knights streaking down the field. Pass to center, out in front of the goal. And the Knights score their second goal of the game to make it an 11-2 game.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Procaccini at center for the faceoff. And that one's going to be picked up by the Knights. Knights have been doing a good job of winning the ball on the faceoff. Cardinals have been doing a better job of putting it in the net. Cardinal defense turns away that run. Now the Knights will move the ball over to the far side of the field, slowly trotting it back over towards center. Shot on goal. Well, that was almost a field goal. It hit the uprights for the football field. Rain falling a little heavier now. Knights put the ball back into play. They'll drop that one back. And pass it around behind the net. Move it over towards the far side of the field and run it around behind the net once more.
Give it to Will.
A bounce called. That will be Cardinals ball. Cardinals launch it up the middle. Now Procaccini with the ball in the center. They'll pass that one to Nab. Nab sends it to Over. Over with a shot on goal. That was just a little high. Cardinal ball. Cahill comes up with it. Cahill passes that one to Feynman. Shot on goal. And it's another goal for McNamara. McNamara having an outstanding day as he scores his fourth goal of the game.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Final 10 minutes of this game as Ryan Edwards will be handling the faceoff for the Cardinals. That call goes against the Cardinals. And it'll be Knights with the ball. Now Knights circling around behind the net. Now running it out front. Shot on goal. And that's a quick stop by Pacholski. Pacholski sends it up the middle. That was picked up by McGann. Ball's knocked free. Kicked over into the corner. And it's going to be the Knights coming up with the ball as the goalie rushes over to the corner and grabs that one. Goalie now running it forward. Pass bouncing up the middle. But it gets there. And now it's the Knights moving over towards the far side of the field. Now they move it over towards center. Dropped pass recovered by the Knights. Now they'll swing it back over to center again. Pass to the center, shot on goal. That one does not go anywhere. It's an attempted shot on goal. And here's the cross. And that shot does not find the net, goes out of bounds. I believe that's going to be Knights' ball. Knights pass it over towards the far side of the field and right out of bounds. Cardinals ball. McFarland heads over to put the ball back into play for the Cardinals. McFarland is going to cross that one. Pacholski sends it up the middle. Now Capone on the near side with the ball. That ball's going to be knocked free. Scooped up by the Knights, but knocked free by the Cardinals. And Knights end up with the ball. They'll drop it back. Pass to the near side of the field, and it's the Knights on the move. A cut over towards the center. Pass up the middle. That one is picked off by Gonzalez, who sends it over towards the far side of the field. Now Nab running it up the middle. Shot on goal. That one's popped up in the air. It's going to be Knights ball. Several substitutions taking place. Knights put the ball into play as the goalie is the person bringing it into inbounds. He'll run it forward and make the pass up the middle. That one gets away. Shot on goal. Nice play by Caruso, but just a little wide. It's going to be Cardinals ball. Looks like one of the Knights needs a breather, so we'll take a quick break and be right back.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Now the Knights put the ball into play. It's going to be passed to the goalie. Now goalie sends it up the middle. That one bounces along, is snagged by one of the Knights. Shot on goal. That one's blocked by Pacholski, but he's unable to hang on to it. Cardinals recover and send it up the middle to Nab. Nab shooting up the middle with the ball. He'll pass it. And it's a shot on goal by Caruso as Caruso gets his second goal of the game to make it a 13-2 lead in favor of the Cardinals.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
This time it will be Procaccini out at center for the faceoff. There's a whistle, and it's swatted forward by the Knights. But this time it's going to be Feynman who picks up the ball. Feynman is streaking down the field toward the goal, pass forward. That one turned over to the Knights. Ball's going to be returned to the Cardinals. Feynman with the ball. Feynman plays it forward to Procaccini. Procaccini sends it into the corner. And call against the Cardinals is going to turn the ball over to the Knights. Knights put the ball into play. Drop it back to the goalie who sends it up the middle. That ball's knocked free by the Cardinals. The ball gets through, but finally turned away by the Cardinals. Oh, a couple of swings there as McFarland made a last-ditch effort to keep the ball in bounds. Unsuccessful, unfortunately. And now the Knights put the ball back into play. Whistle holds up the play. Now Knights coming the other direction with the ball. Pass forward is picked off by Claffey, who sends it the other direction. Shot on goal by McGann. That one's popped up in the air by the goalie. And the Knights come up with the ball. Goalie launches it up the middle again. Shot on goal from way out. And that one was picked off by Pacholski, but whistled to a stop by the referee. I believe that's going to be Knights ball. Waiting for the whistle to start play again. And there it is. Knights center the ball. Pass up the middle. That one's whistled to a stop, and the ball will be turned over to the Cardinals. Claffey crosses the ball to the far side of the field. Now McGann working all the way over to the far side. His pass just a little bit high. That's going to go out of bounds and turn the ball back over to the Knights. 4 minutes and 10 seconds left in this game. Knights put the ball back into play with a pass up the middle. And another one further up the middle. Now over towards the far side of the field. That one gets away, but it kept in bounds. Knights recover the ball. They'll drop it back. Cross to center. Knights drop it back even further. Now here's a run up the middle. That ball gets away. Claffey came up with the ball, but I believe there was a whistle on the play before that. Waiting to see what the call is. Referee giving instructions to the different players. And it's put into play by the Knights. That pass deflected by the Cardinals. Good reach there by Cassoni. And Pachalski will fire the ball up the middle. Reaches McGann. McGann sends it to over, but that one is going to roll out of bounds, turning the ball back over to the Knights. Knights will drop it back to the goalie. Substitutions take place, and now the Knights moving the ball up the near side of the field. They'll angle back over towards center. Pass up the middle.
Nice, Carson.
And it's Claffey coming away with it. Claffey launches the ball up the field. McNamara had the ball, but I believe we got a timeout called here.
Why are they calling a timeout?
So we'll take a quick break and be right back with the final minute of this boys varsity lacrosse game.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Well, they've reset the clock to show 2 minutes and 36 seconds left in the game. And the Cardinals have taken the opportunity to substitute a goalie. Kyle Pachalski has been pulled out, and Joe Feynman will be taking over in the Cardinals' goal. Eli Lairfield in the near corner with the ball, waiting for the go-ahead from the referee. Lairfield drops the ball back.
Come on, Jack. Gotta get it. Get the ground ball.
Finally, Cardinals come up with it after all that. And Elliott Feynman runs it into the corner. He'll pass it around behind the net. Cardinals moving it around the perimeter. Now Gonzalez with the ball. Gonzalez passes and shot on goal by Eli Lairfield gives the Cardinals another point on the board. First goal by Lairfield.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Minute 43 left on the clock, and Procaccini with the face-off. It's going to be the Knights winning the ball. Knights working way up the middle. Forward pass. Shot on goal, and it's a block by Feynman. So he gets his first block of the game. First save of the game, I should say. That's going to be the Knights with the ball in the near corner. Knights trying to work their way over towards the goal once more. Double team by the Cardinals. Ball gets away, and Feynman scoops it up. Feynman sends it up the middle. It's going to be picked up by the Knights. Knights moving back towards the Cardinal goal. Shot on goal. And the Knights score their third goal of the game to make it a 14-3 game. Lawrence still leading by quite a bit.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Edwards at center for the faceoff. And Edwards wins the ball. He'll run that right up the middle. Heading in towards the goal. Shot does not come off. Edwards tries to swat it in, but it's going to be grabbed by the Knights goalie, who sends it over towards the far side of the field. Nice angle over towards center. Shot on goal. And it's going to be another goal for the Knights in the final seconds of this game to make it a 14-4 game. They're going to let the clock run out and let the Cardinals take the victory. 14-4 the score as your Lawrence Cardinals are victorious over the West Windsor-Plainsboro North Northern Knights. Thank you to Leandro Pascal for working camera for this event, and thank you all for watching. Be sure to tune in again next time for more exciting Cardinal sports action on LTPS TV.